Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door or Door Shutter, coming back to you with episode 33 of FTB Skies. And I went ahead and took care of power generation real quick, off camera, because we were having some problems, and I just wanted to do this. This is just a gas burning generator setup. There's nothing really that special about this, but we can quickly recap what I've done. So basically, the system is phytogenic insulator producing potatoes. Potatoes then get funneled into the crushing factory, which make biofuel. Biofuel then becomes an item inside of the pressurized reaction chamber. The pressurized reaction chamber is fed with hydrogen and water, which is coming from the sink back here. And then that is becoming ethylene and substrate. Substrate's funneled into this this drawer here. But we can see that we're actually out of hydrogen. And that's because I didn't actually get a speed upgrade over here. Let's quickly grab those. I think I ran out and I was waiting for them to craft and I just kind of forgot about them. But we can actually quickly funnel all of these into here. We should be good. Hoping. Okay. So then it's funneling into that. We're making ethylene. And then these gas burning generators are doing, a pretty decent job of producing power. It looks like we're doing about 40,000 kFE, which I think is kiloFE, but I'm not 100% sure. And then we're outputting into these cells, which all have high flux RF coils at 24,000 input, 24,000 output at 28 million RF per cell. And then each one of these has a flux plug going directly into our system. So that is some fantastic stuff. Now, what happened to our old system? Because I haven't even shown you this. I took it out completely because we were actually running out of netherrack. Making the netherrack stuff smaller has completely wiped out a lot of our supply. And that's with a lot of things. So I've been working on this one, which is a gravel one. We can actually pop in here real fast. Let me grab this. So this is in a large compacting machine. We have a total of, I believe, let me think, 12, so 20, no, yes, 20 pedestals here going into 8 sieves, and I probably could increase this. Oh no, actually it's kind of doing okay over here. That's fantastic. But yeah, so this has been producing, and the reason I also did this is because we have amethyst meshes here as well, so we're actually getting uranium. We have not been getting uranium this whole time, and so I've worked on that. But of course, we also have, this needs to be improved. This needs to be improved. Basically, all of these need to be done better. But I think since we've got more power, we could actually come in here and we could take this electric motor and increase this to as high as we can go. Right? And that'll start producing a little bit more material. And we can also make sure that we round robin this. And that should start giving us a little bit more scrap. All right, let's get out of here. Okay. And I've also increased the smelting production because we actually are backlogging on this pretty badly. Because that create system apparently was like super, super good. And I've removed it. So we need to definitely figure out something here. These are all, speed upgrades and everything. And all of these. So I'm probably going to need to improve this, but I needed to get power before I could do anything. And I think right now we're in a decent state of power. And the reason we're not going to get into a reactor this episode is because I actually still want to kind of build up our uranium supply before we touch that. So we also need to fix this whole system. I broke this a long time ago, actually, and I didn't think about it until recently. So we're going to unbreak this. And to do that, we're going to use this network here. And get Certus quartz dust and a laser node. Okay. And we need to make sure which channel this is on. So down. So we're inserting on, hold on. Insert on white. Is that correct even? Yeah, it looks like it is. Okay, so extract. Let's grab some node overclockers. And then let's go for laser wrench. So I should just be able to connect to here. And then everything should start going, right? Once I do this and a filter maybe. There we go. And then do we have upgrades and everything in here? We do. But doing this whole system showed me that we were actually having an issue because I did not set this to actually take the proper things. So that was an issue. And I'm actually probably going to improve this a little bit here. So let's actually... Hold on. Let's not do this. Give me a second. Let's take this. I actually had this up here originally, and I just moved it before starting this episode. So I need to get quite a few things done here. And I think this is going to be a perfect episode for it. So let's go into it. All right, first things first, we need to get tier upgrades. Yeah, these things right here. We actually already have them, which is fantastic. So let's pop back downstairs. Let's grab 30. Oh, you are on the wrong plank. Dang it. Alrighty. So I've kind of moved some stuff here. And let's take this Feral Flare Lantern and put it under this for right now. Let's grab a cable as well, because we're actually going to take this relay out. We're just going to put a normal cable. I had that there because I was messing with netherite, by the way, just so you guys know. We're also going to move the netherite drawer. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of rework this whole system. So let's take a lot of cards here. And it looks like we have just filled up our card holder because we're getting a whole bunch of cards. And I wish there was a way to like max clear them, or like have a card holder setting that's like, hey, do you want to just clear automatically? Because I think that would be a fantastic feature. So let's just dump them into our system. Not really too worried about that right now. Let's get rid of basically everything we do not need. Just for a second here. I'm even going to toss away these machines here for a second. Okay. And we're just going to get rid of all this. All this. Just keep on going. Okay. I'll show you guys why I'm going to do this here for a second. Because we're actually going to kind of just make a better system overall. I think that's kind of where I want to go with this. Alright. Okay. We'll get rid of these pedestals. We'll get rid of these pedestals. We're going to have to... Actually, this is all self-sustaining, so that doesn't even matter. And this is a really overly complicated setup, by the way, hence why I'm not really talking about it. But we'll see. Okay. Yeah, you can see that there's a whole bunch of stuff. Let me clear these out real quick. Alrighty. So let's get, I think, stone done first. And I think what we'll do is we can just run it this direction instead. So let's just go right here. And I think what we're going to do as well is have a central ender chest for this drawer system. So let's actually go out 2. So we don't have a problem placing this. Okay. Let's grab some tier upgrades. So we want, let's just grab all of them. So, oh, these got sand in them. So this is the glass one. Okay, well, we're setting up glass first. That's okay. Not really concerned about which one we set up first. But we will need to get sand stuff. At pipes. We're going to do pipes this time just because we're going to just kind of worry about lag and stuff as well. See if we can kind of improve this. So I think energy will go on the bottom. Sounds good to me. Okay. And then this is the end. So we're just going to place these right here. Actually, I think what we can do is universal first. So that way we can actually put power and items through the bottom. And then an item pipe on the top. And what we'll do is we'll change this to clear. We'll do on the bottom is input. On the top is output. Okay. Let's grab our pipe wrench, crescent hammer thing. Let's grab the config tool. All right. And then these all should be already upgraded. Fantastic. So now we need to get the pedestal up and going here. And I think we can just do pedestal. We can grab the chiseled sandstone. Actually, I don't think we really need more than one piece of chiseled sandstone. And we're just going to put it right here. Yeah, that'll... now let's go up one more. Don't know why I broke that block. I could have just kept it there. And then let's do this. Something like this. Okay. And then we're just going to go here, here. Actually, no. We can't do that. Let's clear this area a little bit. Yeah, this is going to make it too complicated. Here, give me a second. Okay. So I've just placed 5 of them for right now. I don't really think I'm too worried about doing that whole thing because that was just going to make it more complicated than it needs to be. All right. And then we can just kind of cover this up a little bit. Not fully, but you know, that's okay. All right. So that should feed it with sand. Keyword should. Is it going? I put material generators and everything on here. Okay, it is. It's just very, very slow. Which is fine, because I think we already have kind of enough sand. And then we need an ender chest. We need a new ender chest frequency. So let's grab these 9 ender chests we have. Let's kind of just get them set out here. Okay. And then let's grab blue. Let's just hit the last thing with blue, and that should be fine. If I can click it. How many times am I going to miss? Okay. So then we'll use this as our input chest. Or not there. Here. And then our flux point. Okay. And then I know we're going to need a detector over here. So I think what we'll do is we'll run cable instead of network transmitters and stuff. We're just going to run a cable to over in this direction. Okay. We're going to run it to right there. And we're going to grab a detector. And so this is glass, right? Yes. Okay. Oop, did I just pull out? Nope, that's all. Okay. So glass, once we hit 50,000 pieces, and then redstone. Nope, it's not going to go into it. Let me think. I think we can just do this. Oh, currently we don't have any glass in the system. But we're going to have to figure out... So I think for something like this, using laser IO is a fine thing, just because it'll make it simpler. So let's just do this. Let's make sure everything is good on redstone. So we're going to do inverted, I believe. Okay. And then redstone card here of input. Doesn't matter about the channel, really. And here, we're going to say output strong. And this will turn it off whenever we have no need for glass any longer, right? So that's kind of the goal here, because we're still going to try and keep that idea of fail-safes. I kind of like having that idea. Okay. And then, of course, don't forget to connect this with the wrench. But this also will prevent us from having, like, overlapping laser nodes and everything and having to change the channels or anything like that. So that's good. Okay. So this is glass. The next thing we want to quickly get done is the ender chesting of this, which I think what we can do is just place this here. We're going to need to come around this angle. Turn this off, turn this on, do this. And we also need to configure this. Oh, you're a controller extension. You aren't the right thing. At functional, I need this thing. Picked up the wrong one. There we go. Okay. So now this should be empty. Almost. Why are you not doing anything? Oh, it's because you're full. Okay, so storage bus. Or external storage. There we go. Priority. Okay. So this actually should detect and shut this whole thing down. Right? Yeah, it's in the middle. It's in just progress like that. And then let's throw a void upgrade at functional. Actually, I guess we can just toss some of these in here. That'll work. Okay. And then let's actually also grab void upgrades just in case. So void, 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 void. Just so that way we're not concerned about this ever going too far. And then the plastic, let's quickly deal with that. So that is actually this right here. And we're going to get rid of all this system. Oh, nope, not that, because that was actually an energy thing as well. So plastic, and we're just going to output to this chest here. I think, I don't know how we're going to quickly do that. I'll figure that one out off camera. I know this episode's definitely not as eventful as I was hoping, but we are looking into this kind of stuff. We're going to have to figure it out sooner or later anyway, so we might as well just get it done. So what does this hold? Do I need to kind of just pick it up, right? So 1, 2, go here. Okay, so these are our stone ones. All of them are stone ones. Perfect. And then we're just going to need our tier upgrades. And actually, I could probably pull this closer by 1. Because I'm actually going to use the cobbler thing we made the other day for this system. And of course, since I can't move it, I have it in a mechanisms cardboard box. Because if I made it, I might as well use it, right? But we're going to do the exact same method we have right here. I don't think we need another flux point, but since we already are going to go with it, we're just going to go with it. Okay. And then... So my question is, can I just directly pull out of this thing? It doesn't look like it. Okay. So let's put this back. Let's put this in a chest together kind of situation. So chest. I kind of want to... Actually, let's just grab a drawer. That'll work. As it never... It's only going to push 64 to that. That's interesting. It doesn't push anymore. Okay. So, hopper. Golden hopper. Golden hopper doesn't work either? Oh, it's because you are filling with sand. And you only have one inventory slot, golden hopper. There we go. Yeah, if you didn't know, the golden hopper only has one inventory slot. It's not the best thing to ever use, but it is useful when it's useful. That's all I know. So now we actually quickly want to come down here, pop that, and then ultimate pipe upgrade, come down here, do this, ultimate pipe upgrade, and then where's that line at? Detector. We're just going to do stone. 50,000. How much stone do we have over here? 50,000. Okay. So greater than, and then laser IO, and I'll be right back. Okay. So I've configured... Oh, wait, hold on. I need to reconfigure this, because we want this to be inverted redstone, and I just completely forgot that I updated that. So we're going to just pipe, and then ender chest at the end. So this is definitely going to be like a very, very simple design, nothing too extreme with these, which is fantastic. But it's going to automate kind of just our basic resources again, which is kind of interesting that we're doing this, on episode 33, redesigning our materials systems, which is interesting. Didn't ever expect to do this, but this is actually a prime example of kind of like not thinking through designs at the end of the day. Because, I mean, I don't really think I have an original system still in place besides this create tree farm, which is, you know, true and tested now. Like, that design works. That's 100% guaranteed. But everything else is kind of just like, oh, yeah, I don't know if it'll work. But, yeah. I just wanted to, you know, pop on here, do episode 32 with this stuff. And I think we're going to wrap up this episode. So we didn't get too much done this episode. But, you know, we're having issues. And I think what the problem was is I relied a little too much on the laser IO setup thing that I had. And I broke pieces of it trying to update the power system. And then things kind of just went downhill from there. So I'm going to have to do a lot of reworking of the Certus quartz dust pumping into the furnaces to get, or in the, what is it even? Hold on, let me make sure I remember this correctly. So Certus quartz going into the enriching chamber and the smeltery, so we can make silicone and also Certus quartz, because we're out of Certus quartz, by the way. Basically, we have like 2,000 in there. We're also out of silicone. The only reason we have 2,000 in there is because I actually threw some silicone or some Certus quartz dust in, and then realized how broken it was, and then I stopped. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this was actually a little bit more helpful to see, like, kind of redesigning our whole system here, and making this look a little bit cleaner. I definitely am enjoying our new power system that I didn't really even build on camera. I really could have, but I just kind of felt like doing this off camera because it was just much, much faster. And I've done it in the TAC SMP video with advanced generators, you know, but just changed it out with gas burning. And I also didn't mention the whole Botania stuff. I used the flux fields to try and, you know, get a little bit more power since we have this, you know, creative mana pool. So that was interesting. And this actually does work. These flux fields do, you know, a decent chunk of power. Say we're doing like 16,000 in most of these, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I mean, flux fields for the win, especially when you have a creative mana pool. With that, we're done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.